After many takes, I decided to finally get this working so that I could finally speak my thoughts on YouTube. And it's genuinely pretty tough just to like set things up like that because I'm just an idiot when it comes to technology. But yeah, I mean, the purpose of today's video is just to talk about how like I've been trying to manage even after the end of my relationship. So one thing that like you always have to accept is the fact that like they are always going to be a part of your life, you know, like as much as you don't you don't want them to. I don't mean it in like a physically present kind of sense, but like you're gonna like when a relationship or friendship ends with someone, you're always going to think about the times you had with them, even if it's far in the future. So like for example, me and her, right? Like she used to play Mercy on Overwatch, and you know, it was a Overwatch was a game that we played very often. If you look past on my if you looked at my past channels, if you look at my past videos on my YouTube channels and my past videos, you will know that we did play a lot of Overwatch back then. And you know, I'm never gonna see like when my friend does inevitably invite me to play Overwatch with him, like I'm never gonna see like a Mercy hero and just not think about her. And that's the shitty part about all this. You know, it's been 2 months since the whole relationship ended, and of course, with time it doesn't hurt as much as it used to be, especially when like the breakup just happened. But you know, I just wish I could recover faster. Like my friends gave me like or rather like my friend gave me like a time span to be like over it in like what 3 months. And then straight away I'm just thinking like, dude, like if you were in my situation, like okay, maybe you could pull off moving on in like 3 months, but I can't because I'm the kind of person who gets like emotionally attached to like the people I'm with. I can't just like do that and just not not care about. It's not that I'm not saying that you don't care, but I can't let go of a relationship just like that. And I wish I could, because that would mean that all the pain and everything, it would just stop, and I wouldn't have to like deal with this anymore. Because trust me, like ever since the relationship ended, I've been literally doing everything that I wanted to do. Like not because oh it's something I've been wanting to do for so long and I can't do it when I was with her. It's more so like I've been trying to like do all kinds of things just to like keep myself going, just not to spiral so freaking hard. And I don't know. Like I used to like never play Valorant, right? And then look at that. Like now my entire group of friends it's just my entire group of friends that I know in person, right? They all like just started having like the trend and the feels, the cravings to play Valorant again, and that's what I've been doing for like the past few days. So yeah, it just sucks that like I'm never going to fully like recover from. I mean I wouldn't say recover, but it's like you can't ever forget these things, these people you meet in your life. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but it seems like you'll never be able to forget them, and maybe it's just bittersweet, and the fact that it was bittersweet only meant that it was real. sometimes I wonder like if I was happier with her or if I was happier single, and I genuinely don't know how to answer that question because I mean for the longest time I've always had that like empty feeling inside of me even when I wasn't with her. So yeah, so I have to find a way to like combat this like feeling of always being so down and never looking forward to anything. I did look forward to a lot of things. To I did look forward to a lot of things that I could do or we could do when I was with her. Like when we would plan out like a long day together, or when we planned out like a day where she would stay over for my place because stay over at my place because even like a day, like a situation or a scenario where like she gets to stay over at like my home, it's like a rarity for her for that to happen. And you know, after the breakup, like every day I just like stared at the toothbrush, and I just looked at it and I just thought like, you know, once upon a time I just wish that I just wish that that toothbrush was something that you would like, that she would pick up eventually and use again, because that would only mean that, you know, she's coming over to my place to stay over again. And ever since it ended, all I've been trying to do is just, okay, work is one thing, but I've been keeping myself occupied with like racing games. In particular, the one you see at the arcade called One Gun Maximum Tune. I mean, like for the strangers who watch this video, like it's some. I mean, you can look it up. It's basically a popular Japanese cultural. It's a popular car anime, which is quite popular in Japan, and they have an arcade game for it. And yeah, like my point is, ever since we broke up, that's literally all I've been doing. And trying to feel better about this whole thing and trying to fully move on to the point where like it doesn't sting, it's going to be like really difficult, and I don't know how long it's going to take. Like my friends have told me that, you know, they took like what, like 2 years 2 years to like fully get over someone. And like, and I'm just thinking like, dude, I don't want to take 2 years. And that's where my friends, yeah, and you know, I mean, I mentioned this earlier, but that's where my friends are telling me like, oh, okay, you're gonna take 3 months and you're gonna feel better about it. And I'm just thinking like, okay, realistically, even if you were in my situation, I don't think you could feel better in 3 months. I don't think that you could. Of course, you're gonna feel better than you did on the first month, but I don't think you're capable of fully recovering from a breakup in 3 months. So when you impose that on me, I'm just like, what? Like, okay, maybe you really could get over it in like 3 months. Maybe you could, right? But like, I'm not you. And like, no offense, but maybe because like I just I don't know, like I find the memories I make with this person, like the closer I was to this person, the more difficult it is to really like try and get over them, because it really meant a lot to be with them. Oh my god, that was horrible. But I don't want to take 2 years, but I don't know. The last time I was heartbroken, I took like a full year. Maybe towards the end of the year, like towards the end of like the 1 year cycle, I started to feel much better. But because this one was like so much longer, I can only imagine how long this one's gonna take. I've been doing all kinds of things to like fill the hole, and I don't know like what makes me feel better. I've really tried. Like I watched every single bit of like anime that I wanted to watch. I just did things I wanted to do. I I want to watch movies by myself. Like I actually went to the theater to watch a movie by myself, which I've never done before. I just, of course, I mean, I have a few friends which I got closer to after the breakup. Glenn being like my friend Glenn being like a really good example of that. And you know, people keep telling me like, oh, like one day you're gonna find someone that's like, you know, that's gonna like be better for you. You're gonna find someone that, you know, is able to give in as like put in as much as you want, put in as much as you gave them. And I'm just like, okay, um, yeah, when is that gonna happen? I mean, just like yesterday, I I had a realization that my cousin actually was married at like what 29 or like, oh no, 27, I think. I can't really remember. And then like here I am, right, like being like what 25 this year, and I'm like fresh out of a relationship. Like holy crap, like I I, I do feel like it's a little bit late for me. But you know, of course, with positive people in my life, they're always gonna tell me, "Oh, nothing's ever too late." You know, nothing's ever too late. It's never too late to 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 uh to you know find someone that's suitable for you. I mean, they're not wrong. Realistically, if I really wanted to like find like another dating partner, I could literally do it maybe like right this week, because dating apps are so freaking accessible and like everyone is on them. And I mean, I even though I could do that, like I don't want to do that, because it just feels like I just don't think I want to do that just this early. And I was talking to my friends like how nowadays I kind of like just don't look forward to anything anymore. Like I like you could tell me that, oh, like I'm having like a family trip to China at the end of the year. We're gonna go shopping. We're gonna like eat lots of nice food. And I'm just like, okay. Just I've like sunk so deep into depression, right? That like nothing truly like excites me anymore. And I don't know how to deal with that. I just wish that just like everyone else, I just wished things turned out the way I wanted it to turn out, because I really did plan to like marry that I really did plan to marry this girl at some point in my life, but I don't know, it just she's made it seem like it was so tough for it to happen, because she had so much like financial issues and issues with like her family, her father and stuff. So in like times of like shooting videos like these, I try and like find myself and perhaps if one person or like if a few people were to ever watch these things, like, you know, it's they could give me like their opinion. Because before I was uploading videos to here about whatever that was troubling me, I mainly uploaded it on like a private Instagram account. So at least, like, you know, on here there's something that you guys could watch and like not get bored of it, you know. I know I'm driving down the C1 outward loop repeatedly, but I did think of like going down to like other areas. Uh, just overall, I just wish that someday all this would make sense and I just won't have to hurt as much anymore. Even for the longest time in my life, I wasn't really sure of what was the best route and what I really wanted to do. So I just did things that I felt that was right. I know that when I first met her, it genuinely did feel like, you know, things were gonna be okay. I genuinely thought that like, I would be one of those people who could like make their first love their wife, but at a certain point in our relationship, I truly did feel like, you know, it was we were really compatible with each other, but I guess at some point that all changed. It's just like my private Instagram account. You know, if you upload a video to Instagram, you can only like post it for like a maximum of like 20 minutes. So my time is almost up, and I am kind of like, I'm not really sure when's the next time I'll be able to like upload a video like that. I mean, who really wants to just continuously watch footage of Tokyo Extreme Racer without the racing, right? It's just like me cruising around um, the map and just like not really doing anything else. But yeah, I mean, all in all, I've been really trying to recover. I've been trying to find purpose in life again. Just get closer to the people who care about me, and you know, thanks to my line of work, you know, it's much easier to meet people who like I haven't caught up with in a while. So I mean, that's always nice. These things bother me over and over again, and I just wonder when's the next time I'll find a time where I really need to like speak out my thoughts again. So until that day comes, which is probably in the near future, you know, I'll see you soon. Because it feels like every week, you know, I get into a slump and my thoughts seem to get the better of me. So when that happens, I'll be here again. And yeah, until then.